Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. I decided to create this video to give you guys some ideas of how you can make some money with your digital artwork. If for some reason you're having some issues or some challenges selling art printables online or selling your print-on-demand products, look guys, it's a competitive industry. We all know this. And so instead of kind of fighting against the grain, I figured I would go ahead and give you some ideas on how you can take your skills and make them work for you, perhaps in ways you haven't thought of yet. Perhaps while you're building up your online store or building up your market or building up your marketing and sales plan, for the other passive income ideas, again, selling print-on-demand merch or selling printables to people, okay? And you don't have to sit around and wait necessarily to start making some money. You can always get started doing some other things. And again, I just wanted to sort of open your creative abilities and let you know that you can totally get into some other ideas making money online, and I'm going to get into them right now. So the first thing I wanted to share with you is that you can take your digital art skills and you can teach other people what you've learned on e-learning platforms. So I happen to have Udemy open, but there's a ton of them. And the reason that I kind of started right now with Udemy, there's also Skillshare and plenty of others, but these two in particular off the top of my head are free. And what I mean by free is you could become a course instructor and you don't have to pay like a monthly fee. You don't have to pay for anything in order to publish your courses. And the reason that I thought this would be a cool idea to show you is because I know that there are a lot of people out there also teaching these courses, but that doesn't mean you don't have something to add to the mix. So let's just type in printables, okay, which is a pretty broad term, all right? And you are going to see that there are a bunch of people here selling courses, but they're not all selling the same course, okay? So you've got certain people that might be focusing on Etsy. You might have certain people focusing on how to market them with Pinterest. How to use PowerPoint, how to design wedding invitations or wedding printables or, any of these things, okay? You'll have a lot of people that are going to work with certain design programs, and it's definitely worth looking into, but let's just say you have your own spin, all right? Maybe you use a program like Inkscape or a program like GIMP or any of these other programs, okay? You would be able to take your skills, create a course out of them, and then teach other people. All right. So let's just say, how to create printables using GIMP, how to create printables using Inkscape. And even if you didn't want to create a course out of them, you can start creating YouTube tutorials out of them. And I'm telling you, people want to learn these skills. They really want to learn these skills because people want to be able to stay home and work from home and make money doing things that they love. So maybe that's where you come in. You've got this different program you're working with that other people are looking for, and they can't really find any great tutorials on how to use these specific programs. So that's where you come in. Take your skills. You can combine a couple of different design programs into one course. You can make it as short as you want. They have to be about 30 minutes, or longer. But the idea is make the class a little bit fun. Be able to tell people at the beginning of this course, you might not know what you're doing. By the end of this course, you will totally know what you're doing. And just put in the description exactly what people can expect, okay? And you'll probably get some students. I mean, there's tons of people doing e-learning all the time. And a lot of these people, don't even go by the reviews, all right? These are just people who are leaving reviews, but they've got tons and tons and tons and tons of students, all right? So that's what I would tell you to do. You can take your design skills, become a course instructor with it, and see where you have something perhaps a little bit different to teach people, even if it's just your style that's better. Or not better, I shouldn't have said better. Different, because there's room for all of us, but there's not really room for all of us to be doing the exact same thing. And that's where people start to become a little bit frustrated with the competition. Create your own unique spin and sell your skills if selling your designs right now is challenging. All right. Another idea for you is to become a graphic design freelancer. So I went to Fiverr, which, you know, I know all you guys are familiar with Fiverr, and that's also free to join, and it's free to become a seller. All right, so I just typed in printable art designs here. I did a quick search, and as you can see, this is exactly what people are doing. There are a lot of people out there that want to sell things, but they don't want to create things. Well, maybe you want to create things, but you don't want to get involved in selling things. So create the things for other people to sell. It's not as passive. However, if you're waiting to, I don't know, if you're building up your store, building up your inventory, I don't know, learning your sales techniques and your marketing techniques, and in the meantime, you're not making any money from the passive income from selling your actual designs, but you want to start making money from being a designer, this is another way you can do it. And again, it doesn't have to cost you anything to get into. All right, and don't let these prices fool you. All right, yeah, people are maybe starting at $5, but usually they've got packages. And as you can see here, you've got all kinds of people, you know, they're specializing. They'll create printables, they'll create trending stuff, they'll create coloring books, and we're going to get into the whole coloring book thing in just a minute. So this is just an idea for you. Again, if you're interested in working with digital art, and you can totally do it, this is just something that you can get into to start making money with. And speaking of that real quick, I just wanted to show you. So I'm on Creative Fabrica, and I have done some videos on Creative Fabrica's licensing terms. I will link to that right here and in the description box. And I've had people mention that they're still confused about what they can and cannot do. And there's still a lot of people out there who, you know, they enjoy the idea of designing things, but when it comes to some of the terms and conditions and how to take these designs and create other designs out of them, they're getting stuck. Maybe you won't. All right, I'm going down a whole list of do's and don'ts here, and what you're not allowed to do with a lot of these design programs, or actually websites where you can buy the graphics, is you cannot just take the design and plop it down on a notebook and try to sell it that way. What they want you to do is create a design out of the graphics. So they're giving you the tools, but they want you to create the final product out of them. And maybe that's something that you can do, all right? And that is definitely something that you would be able to market to people, okay? So, hey, I can take your graphics and create a whole new design out of them, you know, to sell on your printable store or on your print-on-demand products, okay? So it's just, again, a lot of people are struggling with this, but maybe you won't, and this is something that you can offer people, again, as a freelancer. The last thing for this video, at least, that I wanted to show you is low content books. Okay, I am on a website here called BookBolt, and I have done an entire tutorial on how to use BookBolt to create low content books. Low content books are things like notebooks and journals and coloring books, puzzle books, activity books, that kind of thing. You can create low content books and use your own unique artwork to decorate them and design them and create the covers, and even to decorate the interior pages. So let's just say, I don't know, maybe you created some kind of a recipe book, and you've also, or you want to create like a recipe book. And again, low content, they'd be writing their own recipes in. You're providing the platform for them to do it. But maybe you've created some really cool, I don't know, vegetable graphics, and you want to be able to kind of design these pages to make them truly unique and, you know, have them set, you know, kind of set you apart. This is where you can do something like that, all right? And as you can see here, and all of these things are actually built into this program, you know, the cover designer, the interior designer, you can, fonts, you can do all kinds of really cool stuff. You know, with this particular program, you can create the book from start to finish. Again, the puzzle books, activity books. But what I wanted to kind of focus on here are the coloring books, because it's a big thing, and you would be able to take maybe your digital art designs and perhaps create coloring books out of them. Maybe you haven't thought of that, but it's a thing. And just to show you real quick, okay, I'm on Amazon right now, and I have the page open to this. Okay, it's a bestseller. These are pretty simple, but if I were to go back, I mean, these coloring books totally sell. Okay. And ideally, you don't want to take other people's designs, and if possible, you probably don't want to download a whole bunch of already pre-made stuff because you want to stand out. You want your stuff to be unique. So if you're creating digital art and you want something to do with it, you can create the black and white versions of them, put them in these books and sell them so that people can buy them and color them. And so, like I said, it was just, just another idea. And what's really cool is obviously it doesn't cost anything to become an Amazon seller as far as the KDP program. That is totally free. Now, BookBolt, you can always start for free. You can try it out, but it is not free. However, if it is something, if you decide to kind of give it a whirl and you're interested in continuing on with it, they do have monthly and yearly plans. What I'm going to do is I'm going to link a coupon code in the description box below, and that'll give you a discount. Even if you want to try it out for a month, at least you'll save some money on that. See how you like it. But guys, those are 3 ideas that I wanted to share with you as far as how you can take your digital artwork and create some income out of that. If for some reason, again, selling the printables or selling the print-on-demand products is just proving to be difficult right now. All right, guys, I hope all of that is helpful, and I will leave all of the links in the description box. And again, anything that I've referenced and any of these, examples, I will make sure that you have access to that information. I hope life is treating you well, and until next time, take care.